What up, YouTube? It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful day outside. Today, I'm going to take you guys on a ride, and I'm going to tell the story of how love changed my whole life. A lot of times when you hear the word love, a lot of people tend to just toss that word around. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I love you. Everybody tends to really toss that word around, but nobody seems to understand how deep that word is. Now, let's look at love from different contexts. Love from your family. Love from your wife. Love from your husband. Love from your kids. Love from your job. Love from your friends. Love from your in-laws. Every single aspect of love means something to us. Now let me go back. Let me rewind back about 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was in a really dark place, and I know so many people make jokes about my skin color being dark. You're dark. You this and that. I've heard all kinds of stuff already, and at this point now, a lot of these things don't really matter to me. I think what matters is, one day when I make it to heaven, everything else would not matter. My skin color would not matter. How much money I have in my pocket would not matter. What kind of clothes I'm wearing is not gonna matter. I think the one thing that's gonna matter the most is how I was inside as a person. How I was to everybody. Was I a good person, bad person, evil, whatever the case might be, it's gonna determine if I'm going up there. So 7 years ago, I was in a really dark place. There's a lot of situation going on, on top of that, me trying to figure out what it is that I want to do, what my purpose is in life. It was never an easy thing. As a man, you're loved on the condition that you bring something to the table. So that kind of that's like a lot of pressure for a lot of men. Because if you don't have anything together from 26 to 27, 28, 29, 30, men tend to feel low about himself. You feel like you don't have anything to live for. This was me at one point. I just felt very low. I felt like I don't have what it takes. I'm never enough. I was seeing all these men out there, buying their moms a house, buying a car for their girlfriend, buying their kids all kinds of different, electronic. And here's me sitting there like, man, I'm not enough, man. I'm not even able to fix my teeth. I'm not even able to make enough money to meet to pay my rent. I'm sitting there like feeling hopeless. But the one thing that really kept me in check is gratitude. It's just remembering where I came from and where I'm at right now. I had to sit down and just kind of rewind and think about, how was I growing up? Did I have all this house? Did I have a car? Did I have a house? How was my life before this? And this is what made me realize, your journey in life is different than anybody else. Your journey is not the same. Just because somebody else got it right now does not mean that you're not going to have it one day. But it took for me to look at the things that I have, for me to realize that, maybe I'm actually doing better than I think I am. Maybe I'm actually doing everything that I was not doing before. A year later after that, there's more situation that I was going through. And I used to just pray to God and God, please, man. I've been really giving. I've been giving to everybody, and I've always been a type of person that always loved to give. I love giving more than receiving. And I know a lot of people are the opposite. Some people just love to receive, but I always love giving. I think giving was a thing for me. I always wanted to make sure that if I have enough, people around you can have some too. So I've done a lot of different things. But when I was I didn't have nothing. I used to do a food drive for the homeless. I used to do clothing drive for the homeless while I was short on rent. While I had probably like $2 to my name. While I was eating, PB&J for 5 days straight. I was still looking out for the people that needed help. And that's when I found out that sometime in life, if you're a kind-hearted person, you're gonna really go through a lot of situations in your life. The people who are evil and mean are the ones who are succeeding because they're selfish with a lot of their things. But I was never that type of person. I did not understand that concept until the older I was getting, the more I was realizing that this is what it is. God really can bless you. It's a slow process. This is one of the reasons why people turn to evil or turn to devil to make it. Because God's blessing takes time. And it takes a lot of patience as well. And it takes a lot of pain and suffering. And a lot of people are not ready for it. So I had to realize, what kind of blessing do I want? Do I want the fast blessing, which is the devil blessing, that everything just happens so fast and then down the line you're going to crash out? Or do I want to really establish that relationship with God and try to just use everything and use God to help me to navigate through life? I had to pick my blessing. And I always tell people every time, pick your type of blessing. Everybody can get a blessing. But pick, what kind of blessing do you want? Do you want fast blessing, which is the devil blessing? Or do you want God's blessing that takes patience, it takes years and years? The choice is yours. So I had to realize, you know what, I'm going with God. I'm going with God. And I remember this was around 2012, 2013. I said, God, I don't know where you're going to take me in life. But all I know is, whatever you're going to take me in life, I'm going to be patient. Anything that you have for me, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait. Whether it means me going broke, not having nothing to eat, God, use me for good. Don't use me for evil. God, use me to be somebody that can help people, not greedy and wanting more. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is, the more gratitude you give, the more you bless other people, and the more you're going to have in your plate. Now let's get to the part about love, how love changed my life. I remember a time in my life where I was, I just wanted to get away. I wanted to leave and just go find myself. I think, and for the people who enjoy traveling, I feel like traveling is a perfect place to find yourself. It's a perfect place where you find who you truly are. When you're away from that environment that, causing all this pain and suffering, all these different things, emotions, you need to just get away and figure out who you are. Love really made me calm. When we met, me and my woman met, I went from being somebody who was always on the go, always thinking, always in the process, to somebody who was calm, because I understand that that's what it takes. And there was a lot of things that I had to learn as I met. I had to learn to be patient. And a lot of men think that they know women until you get a woman. You don't know a woman until you get a woman. Because the way how living with a woman and dating a woman is totally different things. You can date a woman from the outside and she will go back home. That's different. But living with a woman and try to understand a woman, it's almost like you think about your daughter. When you have a daughter, you always have to be patient with your daughter, right? There's certain things that you can't say to your daughter. There's a lot of things that you want to say sometimes, like, the kids are driving you crazy. You want to be this person. You want to do that and that, X, Y, and Z. But you can't do it because your daughter. Because this is a blessing from you. And this is why I feel like when you start looking at women like you look at your daughters, I think you're going to be a lot of men will be super patient of how they talk to these women, how you respond to the way they act, how you maintain yourself as a man, how you maintain your comfort. You will learn to just kind of be calm regardless of what the situation is. And this is the thing that I have to learn as a man. I'm still on a journey. I'm still on a journey to learn how to deal with women. In this case, woman. Because it's never a thing. No man ever figure out how to deal with any woman. I don't think anybody ever figured out. Women are different. Women wake up the next day with a beautiful hair. She does not like that hair. Now she needs her hair. Wake up with natural, beautiful eyes. She wants to do something about it. So it's like women, that's always going to be changed every time. So no man ever master how to deal with a woman. Because there's so much. So this is why I feel like I'm still on the journey. I'm trying to learn how to be a good man, how to be a better man to myself, to my woman, to my family, to my kids. I'm trying to be a better man. And in order for you to be able to be a better father and a better man and a better everything, you have to really master how to deal with women. Because once women, and somebody once said women are God. And I agree with it. Because once you know how to deal with any woman, you master everything. They bring life. They bring life to you. They bring life in, kids. They bring life to your life. Women bring life to your life. And a lot of people are not going to understand this. But women are the reason now we're here. So once you know how to deal with women, you might be from a different planet. Because I don't know any man that knows how to deal with a woman. We might pretend like we know, I'm a hard man. Hard is not going to do it. When you meet the right woman that you wanna give everything to, being this hard man is not going to do it. You gotta learn to really be patient. You gotta learn to really have a conversation with a woman. You gotta learn to really navigate through life without hurting. You gotta consider now somebody is right next to you. I'm still on a journey, guys. I'm still on a journey to trying to be a better man and try to learn how to love a woman properly. Try to learn to be patient with a woman. I'm still on the journey, and I ask that you guys really follow me while I go on the journey to be a better. As for a lot of people always asking babies, when are you guys having babies? Before I have a baby and bring a baby in our life, I always want to understand how to deal with a woman. Because if I don't know how to deal with a woman, how am I supposed to be a father? How am I supposed to be a father to my son, my daughter, if I'm not able to deal with her mom? If I don't know how to properly care for a mom, how am I properly going to care for her? So we're on a journey of trying to figure out, defining ourselves, journey of trying to be the best that we can be, journey to try to find anything. I ask you guys, stay on the journey with me as I grow to be a better man, as I learn to love a woman the way how a man should love a woman. I'll see you guys in the next video.